Ladies and gentlemen, we finally made it to the spring levels. Welcome to Desert Springs, and it comes with a spring catch. And there's a big static rock here, so I almost want to make a jump that makes it jump off this rock and then onto the catch. A good old double jump, but this may have some issues. Oh god, it's so weird to see spring. It's also weird to see that you can't actually expand and contract the spring, which I consider a good thing. Let's see, does this come close to working? That's a pretty bad landing. Okay, this is kind of nuts. Maybe I just gotta go back a little bit and add in one more road. Just let it be expensive right now. Ah, what a catch. Maybe I can shave. Well, surely there's another way to save $1,000. There's always the right side. Who says I need this to be a spring? Yeah, the good old one spring catch road actually has a break. Hate it. Well, I wonder. I'm sure I can still make it fairly springy. The only thing is it's very floppy. But I don't know, sometimes a floppy catch is what you need. Oh, look at that bend. Beautiful. Well, it's gonna be actually fun to do these without, whoa, having to worry about spring cheese. Interesting with this build zone here. There's a star you can barely see. So I guess it just wants me to copy paste this jump basically. I've got a build going up and I truss it. And spring is more expensive than rope, so I think I'm actually gonna go rope with a tiny spring here. Do I even need that? I feel like with this, I can just go full rope. And then even go to like under support. Like it's really only the catch that needs the spring. I could go with a full ass truss here and then just spring it up. Here's an issue. This looks bad and expensive. Oh, I see. It's to demonstrate the roads kind of connect instead of a jump happening. There's no space for a jump here. Fair enough. Well, I guess if I were to follow it to a T, I'd have roads going to here. Then a longer set of roads here, which is attached by a rope and a little spring. I'm gonna be honest though, I don't think this is a good idea for budget. Probably because it will completely break on me. I may have to just start with the steel here. Yeah, this is mega expensive. I just need to work once. Just once. You know what I'm thinking about this whole time? Yeah, sure, the level's trying to teach me this, but I can't stop thinking, why don't I just use a dangling road with springs? Get loaded up with a couple springs here. Pretty stressed. Actually, it's very stressed. That's actually a good sign. Like, there is a point where I can just have enough springs and have a workable dangling road. I mean, now all of a sudden, the roads aren't going crazy overboard. It just goes bad when it flips over. Okay, new plan. I'm gonna build a long road here, and when it does go down, it will meet up with this other road and be a smooth recovery, hopefully. So, I'm hoping that this will just lower the perfect amount for it to hit the star. Ooh, very close. Catching road also needs to be lower. Come on, touch the star, there you go. At least you've done something. If I make this a rope, bring it down a bit. Well, it's higher than before. Please just give me one working bridge. Thank you. So, I need to get a lot of money off of this. Almost 3,000. I don't like it. It's a terrible design through and through, but maybe I can replace some of this with wood. The transfer is so brutal that it just crumbles the instant it touches. The instant! This looks impossible to do half budget, unless I do some sort of weird jank spring dangler. This isn't a bridge, but it does wiggle enough and drop down enough to get the star and hold for the car to make it across. Listen, I'm not proud of this. It's not good, but I need the half budget, damn it. It is 22nd place. This one's called Splashdown. What is... Oh, is this what I think is gonna happen? So okay. The object falls down, and then I just need a bridge that can shock absorb the fall and get the RV over. Interesting. Let's just say I build a steel structure, as detailed below. Where exactly should the roads be? That's too high. Good, actually. But if the road is this high, I think all that matters is that it releases a little higher. Like, let's just see if this concept works at all. Obviously, we know it goes over the first part. Second part. Yeah, that drives decently. Yeah, just stuck for a second. Should be easy to get cheap. So the springs kind of absorb all the shock, right? But wouldn't it make sense to just have as much wood as possible? And honestly, something like this might be all I need. All right, maybe not. Maybe I need a couple more forces. See? Now the question is, will it actually hold the RV on it? Yeah, it goes down a bit lower though. Okay, it means I just need to shift the right side higher. Come on, we know it's gonna work. Just get it over with. All right, that's the spring level I can get behind. How cheap did people get it though? 13,000 is the cheapest in the gallery. Oh, and it's not cheese. It's just the good bridge. You know how rare it is for springs? I mean, it does some weird, quirky stuff, but that's pretty expected behavior. Well done. Yeah, awesome level. The cushion. Wait, so it's gonna bounce off against that? Oh, and I can't remove it, can I? That is forced to be there. Interesting. Is there any point in which, like, I could have just some sort of catching road almost end in, like, a jump? Is that crazy? Tell me if it's crazy. Okay, it's pretty stable for now. Oh, it caught how I wanted it to. It just then buckled how I didn't want it to. Okay, if I do a setup like this, I got a big wood under truss. And now it should be pretty stable thanks to that under truss. Oh, too bad it breaks, because, I mean, that works. I mean, maybe I could just add another spring as a shock absorber in the middle of the bridge, but then it starts getting expensive again. Oh, that holds for now. Oh, that's so close. Well, that means if this were spring, it probably holds. But now I need to shave off $267. Maybe this can go back to being wood. A piece for a piece. Yes! Wow, that really generated a lot of force. It, like, pushed it out. It's like, get the hell out of here. This I want to see cheap of. Wow, there's basically nothing here. So it's just like a little spring catch here, which also does the same thing. Pushes it out, and then just bare roads to drive on. Well done. This level straight up seems like a dangling road tutorial. I can't get rid of the roads. And if I attach a spring, it will sag. It will sag so much that it drowns. Well, I wonder if I could just take more springs, and that would support? It seems to do better. Yeah, it seems to do really well. Everyone got this for cheap. One thing I could say about spring levels is they're not fun to tweak. This bridge, however, is kind of interesting. Look how this horizontal platform moves. One side just falls down, ever so slightly. Well, how needed are springs for that? Because what if I just did a straight road to, like, here, but evenly spaced? Wouldn't this sort of thing work without springs? Maybe some springs on this side. Probably just that side. Yeah, okay. I could have both of these be springs, just to make the entire half flexy. But then it needs to bend up a bit more. Well, does it? It might just work. Hold up. You take the right side, you raise it higher, and then you probably got a working bridge. Again, I could tweak this, but spring levels just aren't fun to tweak. It's more fun to just rocket through these. This one's called Soft Landing. Two vehicles at 10 meters per second speed off a ramp. Where exactly do they land? Right there. What about the other one? Don't know. Well, so I just need a low catching road directly attached to a spring. Screw it, attach everything to a spring. It will likely rip the road apart. Oh, that is a brutal landing. Jeez. All right, so I'm thinking like these roads almost have a bit of an arch to them. And then the right side roads could almost be detached. But the catch has to catch. Oh, that was easy. Wait, what about the other car? Damn near. Come on, second car. There we go. Not much tweaking needed. These seem to be everyone's favorite level to get it cheap. Oh, it's a weight distribution kind of level. The heavier the vehicle, the lower the bridge will dip. So I'm thinking I'd do 3 roads on the side with a spring connection to a center portion. And this will be the part that sags. And because it sags, I'll actually have it hang from the top via a spring. Then each of the sides just have to be able to flex. Honestly, why not a spring under truss? Okay, well, if they're a little higher, maybe it'll work. It sags. Will it actually hit its star? Yes, it does. That's pretty perfect, because it looks like it didn't get that stressed either. Am I just going to first try a spring level? Oh, it just barely misses its star. Okay, Okay, this can change. It held though really nicely. So I'm thinking I go in spring, spring, and then lowering this a bit. And I feel like some of this can be rope. There's gotta be a level. Yes, just barely hits the star. And now the lower stars also hit. Awesome. It never broke. It was simply either missing or too expensive. This level's called Backflip. Why is that exactly? Oh! Oh, it actually does a backflip. Okay, so I gotta catch it and bring it into the flag. Let's see, where would I catch it? Ideally, I'd want to catch it like here. I just want to see if I can line up that landing well. Almost. Like, it'd be funny if I didn't need a spring. Yeah, hilarious. Where does it land exactly? Back road? Who's to say these back couple can't be springs and just absorb all the shock? Okay, some of these on top should also absorb shock. Absorb the shock, launch it. No! Rip. It's inches away. Inches. Oh, that's perfect. No death either. Someone got this for $211. Excuse you? They actually did a falling road, didn't they? Whoa, he bounces! No way! It feels less cheesy than other falling roads. The first one merely added weight. The second one changed its course a bit. That seemed like a bitch. Also, 9% stress. Is that the best? 0.31% stress? This one's called zoning laws. It's like, yes, I could build a bridge across here, but there's actually no way to get to the B because I can't build that far down. The furthest down I can build is here, and I assume I have to use springs to have it sag. Saggeth you must. And then what? I'll do some sort of like overtruss. That's pretty far under half budget. This bridge doesn't sag at all. I guess it's partly because it's not that heavy. I guess the tow truck itself needs to sag the bridge. Or, a better idea, I just simply have the bridge fall. It means I just build a bridge here and it will fall down. Why don't I just have like a bent spring that just catches it? Kind of like that, but better. Maybe like have another one in the middle. Like, let's just make sure the concept works, you know? Oh, okay, eventually it just brings the whole big bridge down. Okay, noted. But at some point, this might just work. Especially if I maybe get a spring in the middle. Oh ho. Yeah, let me see if this concept works, because I bet I could just, oh, there goes the car, but not into the drink. Okay, the springs need to fall a little further. Then I also think the bottom bridge can just be cheaper. I think we can actually go as far as to have wood. And suddenly I'm under half budget again. Oh, it holds. Oh, it holds well. I'll take it. That is a really cool level. This one's called Overstretch, huh? So you telling me I gotta make some sort of road arch like this? That sags in just the right way? I have one road left. Well, here's what I'm thinking about. I think the middle roads, once again, just need to be detached and then reattached via spring to the sides. And then I think I'll go as far as to make a nice steel arch that does go all the way through. And then it'll just kind of dangle from the middle. I don't know, it's under half budget. Does it hold? No, it flexes. So I have a $29,000 budget, which means I could just add more steel. And suddenly, we have less of a pivot point. The boat doesn't break. Now the question is, can I get to the star? No, I cannot. If I attach more springs, does it still work? Still, as if it worked before. Yeah, right. Oh, it gets a little further, so it counts for something. Yeah, let's bring this up. Just let it be over budget. Just a big steel truss in the middle. Just have to have it not break. Damn. Oh, the road broke. What if the road were just detached and I had the road rest on the land? Then I create a pivot point. In its place, I suppose I could do a steel. It's a touch expensive. I think I could fix up the steel in the middle to compensate. I see a stabilizer. I recognize a stabilizer. That's not a stabilizer. What about this steel in the middle? This looks like it could be wood. Surely nothing will go wrong here. Oh, now it's just the next road that breaks. What if I go as far as to just attach the roads? Maybe that's still flexible enough? Okay, it does hold, so there might be merit. Maybe it means I can go back to a road in place of that steel. And it only needs to dip down just a little to hit that star. There we go. Hey, it's a working bridge. You know, these are really good puzzles. Feather falling. $100,000. Oh, this is interesting. Say 2, it's got some speed, 7.5 meters per second, but it'll go off the ramp and probably land on the flatbed truck. So I gotta make a bridge for it, support the truck, and then support the car when it lands. I can do a foundation too, and honestly, it's not a bad idea. That way I think I can just do 2 cable under trusses. Right, that's pretty cheap. Now let's see. Oh, it just destroys as soon as it lands. Well, I'll tell you what. What part of the truck does it land on? The front part. So I could just do spring, road, spring, like that. Surely nothing will go wrong here. Oh, that's good. That's so good. What if I have a foundation there? Just put it like right here and maybe something similar way down here. I'm not saying it's a good idea, but it is kind of funny. All right, it only destroyed half the bridge. Yeah, there goes the rest. What if this road simply wasn't fully attached? Oh, no brakes. Ah, right side broke. Left side's pretty solid though, so okay, cable muscle. Now, it's not the best idea to have the right bridge be rigid, but it almost works. I mean, maybe. Let me go road support here instead of going steel. Just to see. Look how long that balance is for. It works. It works. Oh, and both vehicles are going to make it to their flags. What an awesome level. Look at this beauty of a balancing act. I wish I could keep it there forever. That would be perfect. I can't believe it, but that's the entire spring world. Well, next up is custom shapes, which should also be fun. I'll see you all then. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you in the next video. Have a wonderful day and peace.